Indeed, I can. This is also the second thing I came to find you about. I want to leave the hidden sect island to strengthen my bad luck. I was born as the incarnation of bad luck. I can't abandon bad luck and can only walk this path, Su-Chi said seriously. He looked up at Hanju, hoping that his master would agree. He continued, if I encounter danger, I will definitely not implicate the hidden sect or trouble master. You're already good to me, but I can feel that continuing to cultivate in seclusion is not suitable for me. Hanju remained silent. Su-Chi was uneasy, afraid that he would be angry. Hanju asked, where are you going? Su-Chi thought for a moment and then said, I should leave the immortal world. I can feel a region outside the immortal world summoning me. Previously, in the Divine Palace, I learned that other than the myriad worlds in the immortal world, there are other domains, such as the Dark Forbidden Zone, the deity realm of the Ruins of End, and so on. There's always a place that can let me cultivate bad luck. Hanju said, can't you wait until the calamity is over? Su-Chi said, I can still tolerate it now, but ever since the immeasurable calamity started, I've become frustrated. I'm worried that when the calamity evolves to an intense stage, my Tao heart might collapse. I'm afraid that something I can't predict will happen. Would he lose control? Hanju showed a frown. Su-Chi continued, Master, don't worry about me. I will definitely follow your philosophy and not cause trouble. Since he had already said so, Hanju couldn't continue to stop him. In the end, he agreed to let Su-Chi go and let all the disciples gather. Su-Chi recounted his previous life. The disciples listened with heavy hearts. He didn't expect that even Su-Chi, who often went into seclusion, had a heavy background in his previous life. After chatting for a few days, Hanju sent Su-Chi to the living room. Looking at his departing figure, Hanju sighed. Another disciple was sent away. It was still very difficult to make all the disciples cultivate in seclusion like him. Long Hao did it for the heavenly court. Su-Chi did it for them. Hanju could only bless them. After sighing, he jumped back to the netherworld and quickly returned to Hidden Sect Island. Su-Chi's departure also agitated the Hidden Sect disciples. Compared to Su-Chi, they were much luckier. There was no need for them to be forced to leave the sect. Hanju was the same. If he was strong enough, he could help Su-Chi suppress bad luck and prevent it from affecting them. Immortal World, Golden Crab Island. Huang Zuntian flew towards the Golden Crab Island from the horizon. Looking at it from afar, he heaved a sigh of relief. He was finally back. The immortal world was too big. Without the help of a mighty figure, even he, who was at the Grand Unity True Immortal Realm, would have to fly for a long time. That's right. Huang Zuntian had already reached the Grand Unity True Immortal Realm. After the Immortal Talent meeting, he roped in the disciples of the GS School and relied on his words and sincerity to obtain the inheritance of the GS School Elder. His cultivation level could be said to have advanced by leaps and bounds. Apart from his cultivation, he also obtained other things. Soon, Huang Zuntian entered the island. The white crane immediately flew in front of him and asked with concern, "How was your performance in the Immortal Talent meeting?" Huang Zuntian landed in front of the Taoist temple and said casually, "It's alright. It's not outstanding, but I didn't burden the GS school." The white crane heaved a sigh of relief and smiled. "Good kid, I didn't misjudge you." Huang Zuntian suddenly stopped and turned to look at the white crane. He said expressionlessly, "From today onwards, the disciples of Golden Crab Island are not allowed to go out. All of them are to cultivate on the island, including you." The white crane was stunned. It said in a low voice, "You're ordering me? Isn't it me who supported you to be where you are today?" "What?" After going to the Immortal Talent meeting, before it could finish speaking, it suddenly collapsed. Huang Zuntian took out a token. This token was black and had a qilin pattern carved on it. The body of the qilin seemed to be expressing a word. The white crane was shocked. "Why do you have an elder token?" Huang Zuantian said casually, I've already acknowledged Elder Qilin as my master. Do you understand what you should do in the future? The white crane was silent. Huang Zuantian put away the token and walked into the Taoist temple. The white crane couldn't figure out how this kid had obtained Elder Qilin's recognition. His potential was clearly average. After returning to the Taoist temple, Huang Zuantian sat on a mat and heaved a sigh of relief. The taste of power is truly fascinating. Huang Zuantian smiled. The white crane had been so arrogant when facing him last time. Only by becoming stronger could he do as he pleased. He hoped that no one would disturb him again, or he would have to think of a way to climb up again. In order to become the disciple of Elder Qilin, he had put in so much effort that he had even lost his dignity. Sigh. Thinking of this, Huang Zuantian's heart ached. 10 years passed. The effect of Su Qi's departure had vanished and everything returned to normal. While cultivating, Hanju took out the Book of Misfortune and cursed the enemy while checking his emails. Your good friend Dao Sovereign was attacked by your enemy Demon Emperor. He was severely injured. Your good friend Heavenly Emperor was attacked by a demon race mighty figure, X10. Your good friend Divine General was attacked by the demon race's Immortal Emperor, X34. Your good friend Primordial Chaos Heavenly Devil was attacked by the demon race's Immortal Emperor, X27. Your good friend Li Daokong was attacked by your enemy Demon Emperor. Your good friend Huang Jihao was attacked by demons, X239829. Your good friend Longshan was attacked by demons, X17661. Your good friend Dao Sovereign was attacked by a demon mighty figure and was severely injured. Wow! The Heavenly Emperor had mobilized the Heavenly Court and the Buddhist sect to besiege the Demon Court? He was really going all out to save Dao Sovereign. Hanju was convinced by the Heavenly Emperor's spirit. He saw that Dao Sovereign had been severely injured by the Demon Court twice. It seemed that it was not an act. The Demon Emperor had really gone mad. After suffering such an attack, if he was Dao Sovereign, he would definitely not return to the Divine Palace unless they took revenge for him. If I curse the Demon Emperor now, I might be able to help them retreat. If I curse the Master of the Divine Palace, even if the Divine Palace changes its mind, it will be delayed. Hanju immediately stopped cursing the Heavenly Dao Buddha and started cursing the Divine Palace Master. Since Dao Sovereign was already on the verge of joining the Heavenly Court, how could he let the Divine Palace save him? The Heavenly Court had already suffered losses. They had to obtain Dao Sovereign no matter what. Hanju began to curse the Divine Palace Master with all his might. 10 days later, Hanju lost 1 times 5 times billion years of his lifespan. He put down the Book of Misfortune and secretly prayed for the Heavenly Emperor. Your Majesty, I've done my best for you. You must capture Dao Sovereign and not let him escape. Hanju started to recuperate. Heavenly Court, Numinous Palace. The Heavenly Emperor sat at his seat. The gods were gathered in the hall, and the Dao Sovereign was also there. At this moment, Dao Sovereign's aura was weak and his face was pale. He was no longer as high-spirited as before, like a candle in the wind. The Heavenly Emperor asked, "How are you? Do you need me to treat you?" Dao Sovereign shook his head. His Majesty has already done enough for me. I can heal this injury myself. He bowed seriously to the Heavenly Emperor and asked, "Where is that person?" The Heavenly Emperor smiled. He's still cultivating in seclusion. You should already know his personality. Next, stay in the Heavenly Court. I won't ask too much of you. Cultivate well usually. When the Heavenly Court needs you, you can make your move. Dao Sovereign looked at the Heavenly Emperor gratefully. In this rescue, he was really touched by the Heavenly Emperor and Hanju. How many immortals had been sacrificed to save him? In contrast, the Divine Palace had yet to appear. Dao Sovereign was filled with grudges towards the Divine Palace, even feeling hatred now. In the past, when they needed him, they had said many nice things, but when he was in trouble, he couldn't see anyone. After cursing the Divine Palace Master, about half a year later, the Heavenly Emperor contacted him. Knowing that Dao Sovereign had already joined the Heavenly Court, Hanju heaved a sigh of relief. Your Majesty, this information is not bad, right? Don't say that I didn't contribute to the Heavenly Court or anything. Hanju smiled. As for the greatest contribution, he couldn't say it out loud. After all, it involved the secret of the Dark Forbidden Lord. The Heavenly Emperor smiled. Indeed, Dao Sovereign has unlimited potential. At the same time, he's also an example. The Divine Palace has always been famous for protecting its prodigies. If even Dao Sovereign has fled, the morale of the entire sect will definitely fluctuate. The Heavenly Emperor began to look forward to the Heavenly Court's future. Dao Sovereign's addition was indeed a great move. The Heavenly Emperor continued with a smile. Dao Sovereign wants to see you very much. Are you coming to the Heavenly Court? Forget it, I'm busy cultivating. Humph, I knew it. The Heavenly Emperor didn't say anything else and severed his divine sense. Hanju was in a good mood and continued cultivating. This matter was finally settled. He could finally cultivate in peace. Cultivating without any worries was faster. In the Great Ultimate Hall, not only had Hanju broken through to the rank 6 Immortal Emperor realm, but his cultivation had also been increasing. In addition to the time he had returned, he was already not far from becoming a rank 7 Immortal Emperor. After breaking through to this realm, he was not far from the rank 9 Immortal Emperor realm. After reaching the rank 9 Immortal Emperor realm, he was not far from the Deity realm. After reaching the Deity realm, was the Zenith Heaven still far away? Just thinking about it made Hanju excited. A hall shook violently. All the decorations in the hall swayed. Damn it! Damn it! Oh! The Divine Palace Master roared angrily. His hair was disheveled and his eyes were bloodshot. Heavenly Emperor! Dark Forbidden Lord! If I don't kill you, I'd have cultivated for naught. The Divine Palace Master was furious. After roaring for a period of time, he had no choice but to continue circulating his energy to heal his injuries. The Dark Forbidden Lord's curse power was too strong, causing him to almost have mental demons. In addition, when he learned that Dao Sovereign had joined the Heavenly Court, his anger attacked his heart and injured him even more. At this moment, a gust of wind blew into the hall and turned into a white-robed man. The white-robed man stared at the Divine Palace Master and said in a low voice, "Junior brother, you forced Dao Sovereign away?" The Divine Palace Master's expression changed slightly when he saw him. He gritted his teeth and said, "I didn't force him. He was captured by the Demon Emperor. Why didn't you save him? It's impossible that you learned of this later than the Heavenly Court, right?" I just... The Divine Palace Master revealed his deal with the Demon Emperor. The white-robed man said angrily, "Nonsense. How can the 3 regions compare to the chaotic physique? When the calamity ends, no matter how many regions there are, they will all be covered in bones. What does the chaotic physique represent? It's at least a Zenith Heaven. Although the Divine Palace is strong, how many Zenith Heavens are there?" The Divine Palace Master was extremely aggrieved. After a short while, he couldn't help but say, "There are so many prodigies in the Divine Palace. I'm just asking him to endure for 1,000 years. What does it mean for him to betray the Divine Palace? His intentions are punishable. How much effort has the Divine Palace poured into Dao Sovereign? For the sake of the Divine Palace, so what if he waits 1,000 years?" Boom! The white-robed man suddenly stomped his feet. A terrifying pressure landed on the Divine Palace Master, causing his expression to change. The white-robed man said coldly, "Looks like it's not appropriate to hand the position of Divine Palace Master to you. From today onwards, I'll be in charge of the Divine Palace." The Divine Palace Master looked indignant, but he didn't dare to refute. Time passed quickly. 27 years later. The inner competition of the hidden sect ended once again. Liao suppressed all the disciples and obtained first place. When Hanju learned of this, he called her into the cave abode. Dao Comprehension Sword was left outside the cave abode. He wanted to talk to Liao alone. Liao sat in front of Hanju and was a little nervous. When she saw Hanju's face again, she couldn't help but blush. She recalled the scene when she used the invocation technique to summon him. It was unforgettable. He saved her life. In addition to Hanju's kindness and his perfect face, Liao admitted that she had feelings for him. However, feelings of affection couldn't compare to the Dao heart. She had no intention of confessing. She only wanted to cultivate well. I'm prepared to teach you the heavenly sword Dao. Do you want to learn it? Hanju asked with a smile. The more he looked at Liao, the more satisfied he was. It was as if he was looking at himself. Cautious, vigilant, but extremely talented and powerful. Liao's eyes lit up. Yes. Hanju didn't stand on ceremony and immediately taught her the heavenly sword Dao. Half a year later, Liao obtained all the inherited memories of the sword Dao. As for the specific cultivation, it would still take time. Hanju asked, "What do you think of the hidden sect?" Stunned, Liao said, "Not bad. It's better than the sects I've encountered. This is a true cultivation sect. We stay far from distractions and can communicate with each other to improve together." She spoke from the bottom of her heart. Although the disciples of the hidden sect bickered, it never hurt their harmony. They all liked to cultivate diligently and had no ulterior motives. Oh, other than Duan Hongshan. He had no choice but to stay on Hidden Sect Island. Speaking of which, we don't have a proper status yet. What identity do you want in the Hidden Sect? Hanju asked with a smile. After so many years, Liao's favorability towards him had already increased to 5 times stars. This favorability was not as simple as taking in a disciple. If he took her in as his companion, she would probably not reject him. However, Hanju no longer cared about love. After all, he was already an immortal emperor. The primal urge of his body could no longer control him. Liao understood what he meant and said, "You can arrange any identity for me." Hanju raised his eyebrows. Wow! This was quite something. Hanju said, "Then, let's do it this way. Try to reach the Emperor realm as soon as possible." Liao nodded. Hanju waved his hand to signal her to leave. Looking at Liao, he sighed. In fact, he didn't have the same favorable impression of Liao as he did of Xing Hongshan. He only hoped that a Dao companion would accompany him on the path of cultivation. From the looks of it, neither Xing Hongshan, Fairy Xishan, or Chang Yuer could keep up with him in cultivation. Hanju would try his best to help Xing Hongshan, but doing his best didn't mean that it would work. Otherwise, how many immortal emperor concubines could the heavenly emperor and the demon emperor nurture? It was still fine for a grand unity golden immortal. The emperor realm was the true obstacle. They had to rely on themselves. Hanju stopped thinking and continued cultivating. I wonder how much my lifespan will increase after breaking through to the rank 7 immortal emperor realm? Hanju thought expectantly. Immortal world, in the seas. Jing Tiangong stepped on his flying sword and advanced. In front of him was an archipelago. The immortal mist was vast and covered the sky. Countless immortal birds flew in rows and countless disciples flew around. This was the Jie school's land. Jing Tiangong flew all the way to a forest. He continued forward and knelt in front of a stone door. There was no mountain behind the stone door. It stood alone in the clearing between the trees. Jing Tiangong kowtowed and bowed. "Sect Master." He called out and waited patiently. After a long while, a hoarse voice came from the stone door. "What is it?" Jing Tian said openly, "Recently, a mighty figure called the Dark Forbidden Lord appeared in the immortal world and controlled the calamity. I don't know his background. I want to ask Sect Master to deduce." "Dark Forbidden Lord?" The Jie School Sect Master seemed to mutter before falling silent. Jing Tiangong waited patiently. As long as he found out who the Dark Forbidden Lord was, he could seek refuge. After a long while, not waiting for the sect master to answer, Jing Tiangong couldn't help but ask, "Sect master? Have you calculated it?" The sect master's hoarse voice floated out from the stone door. "I can deduce. His cultivation level might be higher than mine. Or maybe, there's no such person at all." Jing Tiangong was stunned. The Dark Forbidden's cultivation level was higher than the sect master? As for the last sentence, he didn't take it to heart. The Dark Forbidden Lord's legend was spread throughout the entire immortal world. He had also been cursed by the Dark Forbidden Lord. How could there be no such person? Jing Tiangong frowned and his heart sank. He had underestimated the Dark Forbidden Lord. Before becoming the Dark Forbidden Lord's companion, he might become the enemy. Who was not afraid of such a mighty figure hiding in the dark? For a time, Jing Tiangong panicked. "Tell me about the Dark Forbidden Lord." The sect master's voice sounded again. Jing Tiangong came back to his senses. He took a deep breath and began to explain everything he knew about the Dark Forbidden Lord. After he finished speaking, he couldn't help but sigh. There has never been such a mastermind in the immortal world who stirred up the calamity with curses. Humph, it's just an unorthodox path. The Jia School sect master snorted. He clearly did not think highly of the Dark Forbidden Lord. He continued, "Don't act recklessly. The immeasurable calamity is not a good time for the Jia School to reappear. Let's wait a little longer." Jing Tiangong was silent. Wait a little longer? How many years had he been waiting? If he waited any longer, the Jia School would disperse. 30 years later, Hanju was finally close to the rank 7 Immortal Emperor realm. However, the Netherworld had not been peaceful recently. Battle auras often appeared near Hidden Sect Island. Hanju asked the Black Hell Demon Lord to investigate and learned that there was a force who wanted to overthrow the rule of the Netherworld. It was still too difficult for the ambitious King of Hell to eliminate the Heavenly Emperor. First, he had to think of a way to kill his way out of the Netherworld. Hanju felt that the Netherworld would also become a battlefield. Should he consider finding a backup location? On this day, Duan Hongchen suddenly found him. After entering the cave abode, he was very nervous and didn't dare to look at him. "What is it?" Hanju asked. Duan Hongchen mustered his courage and asked, "Can I learn a mystical power from you?" Learning a mystical power was not only about becoming stronger but also a process of changing one's identity. Although they were both on the Hidden Sect Island and his cultivation level was still high, he felt inferior to the Hidden Sect disciples. To put it bluntly, he was still a prisoner. Hanju asked, "What mystical power do you want to learn?" Duan Hongchen looked up in surprise, not daring to believe his ears. He didn't expect Hanju to agree so readily. Hanju said, "Counting the time, you've been in the Hidden Sect for a period of time. It's very rare for you to take the initiative to take a step forward. Actually, some of those disciples have the same background as you and were subdued by me. As long as you don't threaten the Hidden Sect and are willing to cultivate the Great Tao together, I'll let bygones be bygones. You don't have to be afraid that I'll do anything to you. In fact, you provoked me first. The fact that I let you live is already an expression of my goodwill." Duan Hongchen felt ashamed. He had indeed been a little reckless back then. But from the looks of it, it was not a bad thing. Although these Hidden Sect disciples were still young, they were all talented and had unlimited potential. Duan Hongchen's favorability towards you has increased. Current favorability, 5 times stars. Duan Hongchen pondered for a moment and said, "I want to learn the Heavenly Sword Tao." Li Yao's Heavenly Sword Tao was indeed very strong. If he used it with his cultivation, he might be able to kill enemies at a higher cultivation level. Hanju nodded and started to teach the Heavenly Sword Tao. A month later, Duan Hongchen left in satisfaction. Murongqi smiled. "How about it? I told you. Grandmaster is definitely willing to teach you." Duan Hongshan also smiled. I will never forget Sect Master's favor. Just you wait. My current goal is to defeat the Black Hell Demon Lord. The Black Hell Demon Lord, who was cultivating on the mountaintop, raised his eyebrows. He suddenly felt a sense of danger. If he was surpassed by Duan Hongshan, his status would definitely decrease. He couldn't be careless. This fellow was very talented and had lived longer than him. He had to cultivate seriously. Hanju took out the Book of Misfortune and started cursing the enemy. The Heavenly Tao Buddha and the Demon Emperor were not dead yet. He had to curse them. As for Li Xianao, Hanju only wanted to make him uncomfortable, so he didn't waste his life recklessly. After Hanju finished cursing, he was about to continue cultivating when he suddenly frowned. He felt a divine sense sweep across Hidden Sect Island. He immediately checked the experts around the island. Kesadagarba, cultivation unknown. Buddha from the Buddhist sect. Kesadagarba? Why was this fellow here? Hanju still remembered that Kesadagarba had a grudge against Ji Xianshan. He didn't expect that he was not only an immortal emperor. The Tao field could isolate the zenith heaven's divine sense. Kesadagarba shouldn't be able to spy on the situation in Hidden Sect Island. Soon, Kesadagarba left. After Hanju couldn't detect him, he started the simulation trial. He fought Kesadagarba for 2 hours. Although he was defeated, he felt that Kesadagarba was not that strong. It wasn't worthy of the strength of the deity realm. Could it be that this fellow was severely injured? Hanju felt that it was possible. Otherwise, how could he have let Ji Xianshan escape back then? 10 years later, Hanju's soul was about to transform. In other words, he was about to break through to the rank 7 Immortal Emperor realm. He was very satisfied with this. He was about to break through when the Heavenly Tao token suddenly emitted a divine sense fluctuation. Hanju connected his divine sense. The Divine Palace is preparing to launch a large-scale invasion of the Netherworld. Be careful and don't get involved, the Heavenly Emperor reminded. Divine Palace? Hanju asked in surprise. They didn't follow the Demon Court to fight against the Heavenly Court and the Buddhist sect? The Heavenly Emperor said, the matter of Tao Sovereign has had a huge impact on the Divine Palace. After the new palace master was appointed, he directly announced that he had cut ties with the Demon Emperor. At the same time, they will no longer fight against the Heavenly Court and will target the Netherworld. This is also a good thing for the Heavenly Court. After all, the Netherworld wants to target the Heavenly Court, so I won't stop them. Hanju said, don't worry, they won't discover me. He thought of something and asked, Your Majesty, do you know the 9 Nether Purgatory? 9 Nether Purgatory? I know! In the past, the Netherworld was the true immortal world. After the immeasurable calamity ended, the world was filled with negative karma and could not dissipate. The Tao ancestor took action and overturned yin and yang with a flip of his hand. The Netherworld became the immortal world and the immortal world became the Netherworld. The Tao ancestor then suppressed all negative karma under the Yellow Spring and the 9 Nether Purgatory never dispersed. You shouldn't approach it. Many powerful existences defeated by the immeasurable calamity are hidden inside. If you fall in, I won't be able to save you. The Heavenly Emperor's tone was very serious. Hanju had a bold thought. Why not hide in the 9 Nether Purgatory? His stellar primordial body could absorb negative karma. If it could absorb the negative karma in the 9 Nether Purgatory, Hanju was tempted. The idea was bold and fatalistic. If not for the negative karma in the 36th grade reincarnation world destruction Black Lotus, Hanju's breakthrough speed would not be as fast as now. After chatting with the Heavenly Emperor for a while, Hanju severed his divine sense. He was interested in the 9 Nether Purgatory. He would break through first and then create a heavenly puppet or clone to investigate it. If he could hide in the 9 Nether Purgatory, it would be really easy for Hanju to avoid the immeasurable calamity. After all, the 9 Nether Purgatory was equivalent to the end of the immeasurable calamity. The breakthrough of the 9 ranks of the Emperor realm was very similar. It was mainly the transformation of the soul. Hanju entered the breakthrough state easily. 3 years later, he forcefully broke through to the rank 7 Immortal Emperor realm. His dermic power soared and his soul transformed. Hanju checked his attributes panel as he consolidated his cultivation. Name, Hanju. Lifespan, 4 times, 111 times 1 times, 300 times, 999 times, 999 times, 999 times, 999 times. Race, Immortal, Stellar Primordial Body. Cultivation, Rank 7 Reincarnation Immortal Emperor. Technique, Primordial Chaos Reincarnation Great Tao. Heavenly Cycle Body Tempering. He had 1 times 3 times quadrillion years of lifespan. Even the round number had changed. Hanju suddenly felt lonely. At this rate, how long would his lifespan become? Endless growth meant eternal life. He spent a year consolidating his cultivation. Compared to before, Hanju spent even less time. It was mainly because he was already completely used to everything in the Emperor realm. I just broke through. I have to celebrate. Hanju thought silently. He didn't plan to curse the enemy anymore. The current situation was quite good. It could buy him more time to cultivate. If he really cursed the heavenly Tao Buddha or the demon emperor to death, the balance would be broken and the calamity would intensify. It might affect his cultivation. It was fine as long as the heavenly emperor did not die. Hanju decided to celebrate with the derivation function. He had given up on the previous question. This time, he was lucky and confident. He could ask. Hanju thought silently, I want to know who's the strongest in this immeasurable calamity. 1 billion years of lifespan will be deducted. Do you want to continue? Continue. Be decisive. After Hanju made up his mind, a figure appeared in his mind. It was a white-robed man whom Hanju had never seen before. Who was this fellow? Hanju was puzzled. At the same time, he felt that the system was a scam. He had spent 1 billion years of his lifespan, but now he was being shown a photo? There were no words? Just as Hanju had this thought, lines of words appeared in front of him. Zhu 2, Cultivation Unknown. Immeasurable Emperor, Kane Divine Spirit. He was once the vice sect master of the Jie school. He went through 2 immeasurable calamities. He changed the heavenly secrets and altered his identity. He established the divine palace and wanted to dominate the immeasurable emperor. He wants to become the master of calamity. The founder of the divine palace? Vice sect master of the original Jie school? Another traitor. Hanju showed a frown. He didn't expect that the divine palace actually hid existences stronger than the heavenly emperor, the heavenly Tao Buddha, and the demon emperor. It seemed that he couldn't ignore the divine palace in the future. Hanju thought for a moment and didn't plan to curse him. Zhu 2 didn't provoke him, so he naturally wouldn't curse him. The divine palace could win the immeasurable calamity, but it was fine as long as they did not eradicate the heavenly court. The heavenly court had experienced many minor calamities but had never won once. Therefore, the heavenly emperor did not expect to win the immeasurable calamity. It was fine as long as he was alive. A heavenly Tao force like heavenly court could not survive by hiding. They had to fight for Providence and make the winner wary and not dare to eradicate them. This was the foundation of their existence. Then, Hanju started cursing the enemy. 5 days per person was not much. While cursing, he checked his emails. Your disciple Su Qi has entered the dark forbidden zone. Your good friend Jiang Yi was attacked by an immortal emperor and was severely injured. Your good friend Ji Xianshan has returned to the heavenly court. Your grand disciple Fang Liang was attacked by demons, X210221. Because of your curse, your enemy heavenly Tao Buddha has deepened his mental demons and has become a person facing the calamity. Your good friend Tao Sovereign was attacked by a heavenly court mighty figure. Your good friend Li Daokong was attacked by your enemy Demon Emperor. Didn't Jiangyi go to seek opportunities? Why was he beaten up? A mere immortal emperor had severely injured him? Hanju secretly despised him. Fortunately, he didn't follow him. The deity realm of the ruins of End? It seemed very dangerous. Friend, I hope you survive. Follow me in the future. At least you won't be beaten. Hanju had a good impression of Jiangyi. After all, Jiangyi had been severely injured by the Great Freedom Golden Crow Divine Emperor. Hanju didn't want such a good friend to die. In addition, the Heavenly Tao Buddha had also become someone facing the calamity. Hanju didn't understand. Why were there so many people facing the calamity? Ji Xianshan was, the Demon Emperor was, and so was Duan Hongshan. It would happen as long as he entered the calamity? But why were the Heavenly Emperor, the Divine General, and the others not? Hanju thought that the people facing the calamity were the protagonists. He would wait and see. It wasn't bad for both enemies to become people facing calamity. At least, the chances of them dying were very high. Hanju also noticed an email. Li Daokong was attacked by the Demon Emperor but was not severely injured. This guy was something. No wonder the Heavenly Emperor thought so highly of him. Even a half-step Zenith Heaven cultivator can fight against an established mighty figure. He has my style. Hanju thought silently. In the following year, Hanju raised his sword Dao to its limits. He began to study the 36th grade reincarnation world destruction Black Lotus in his body. If he wanted to go to the 9 nether purgatory, he had to be surrounded by negative karma. Otherwise, once he entered the 9 nether purgatory, he would definitely be torn apart by the ghosts one after another. Hanju felt that although the 9 nether purgatory was dangerous, it was definitely peaceful. Otherwise, how could Duan Hongshan be revived? However, he couldn't control negative karma now. He could only absorb it. Now that he was a rank 7 immortal emperor, he wanted to see if he could control the 36th grade reincarnation world destruction Black Lotus. After so many years of absorption, the 36th grade reincarnation world destruction Black Lotus was already used to his aura. At least, Hanju didn't feel it was so dangerous anymore. The universe of stars in the depths of his soul was already filled with primordial chi. Endless purple mist filled the stars. Even the reroll world was surrounded. Some cultivators had once flown out of the reroll world and wanted to leave, but they were frightened by the nebulous primordial chi. If not for Hanju stopping them, they would have been devoured by the nebulous primordial chi and their bodies and souls would have been destroyed, turning into dust. The nebulous primordial chi strength was related to Hanju's cultivation. It was equivalent to his dermic powers. The dermic powers of an immortal emperor were not something that ordinary beings could touch. A year later, Hanju finally discovered a way. The previous 36th grade reincarnation world destruction Black Lotus had been suppressed in the stars and could not come into contact with the nebulous primordial chi. Now, when the nebulous primordial chi drowned the 36th grade reincarnation world destruction Black Lotus, the lotus petals would fade. Although the color faded very slowly, it was indeed fading. Hanju's divine sense could enter the faded part. Just a portion that was countless times smaller than a sesame seed contained immense negative karma. Hanju could control it and release it to wrap around his body. This was only a form of release. He couldn't use negative karma to attack the enemy. Hanju decided to continue using the nebulous primordial chi to cleanse the 36th grade reincarnation world destruction Black Lotus. Since he couldn't expel it from his body, he would subdue it and use it for himself. At the very least, it couldn't become an unstable source of danger. Hanju didn't have to keep an eye on the process of soaking the 36th grade reincarnation world destruction Black Lotus with nebulous primordial chi. He could still cultivate in peace. He needed a long time to master the 36th grade reincarnation world destruction Black Lotus. Boom! A loud sound suddenly sounded. The yellow spring around Hidden Insect Island began to stir. A terrifying pressure descended and enveloped an area of tens of millions of kilometers. This aura is at least a rank 9 immortal emperor. Hanju opened his eyes and frowned. Dao Comprehension Sword asked nervously, Master, are we running? Hanju shook his head and said, let's wait and see. If there had been a battle here, no one would come for a long time. Hanju checked the nearby experts. Diamond Rage, rank 9 immortal emperor, Thunder Dao Grand Magus. Green Blood Ghost Deity, rank 9 immortal emperor, Ghost Deity of the Underworld. They were indeed rank 9 immortal emperors. Hanju immediately started the simulation trial. Not bad. They were insta-killed. Hanju couldn't tell who was stronger and who was weaker. He could only wait and see. The battle between Diamond Rage and the Green Blood Ghost Deity did not affect Hidden Sect Island for the time being. With their cultivation levels, they couldn't sense the island's existence. Hanju only hoped that they would leave as soon as possible. The Hidden Sect disciples were also discussing this battle. They didn't panic. Hanju didn't control the Hidden Sect Island to escape, which meant that the enemy was not as strong as him. The Black Hell Demon Lord sighed. Recently, the Netherworld has been less and less peaceful. Fortunately, we stayed in the Yellow Spring. The Black Hell Chicken asked, Big brother, can you defeat the fellow outside? The Black Hell Demon Lord shook his head. You're so weak. The Black Hell Chicken couldn't help but ridicule. Why did it feel like other than them, this big brother couldn't defeat anyone else? The Black Hell Demon Lord had been here for a long time and knew what it meant. He glared at the Black Hell Chicken. This fellow was so despicable. Ever since he had joined the Hidden Sect, the Black Hell Chicken had been disrespecting him even more. Tu Linger muttered, there's an aura outside that makes me feel close. Could it be a Magus? Liao frowned and asked, don't tell me you want to save him? Tu Linger shook her head. I don't even know him. Why should I save him? Don't cause trouble for us. I only recognize the identity of a Hidden Sect disciple. What Magus race? All of them can go away. The others shook their heads and laughed, not refuting. After following Hanju for a long time, they were all afraid of getting into trouble. Especially with Sun Chang'en's tragic case and the chaotic Heavenly Dog's experience, they increasingly believed that they could only obtain the Tao by imitating Hanju. At least he was already a successful example. Until now, they had never seen Hanju in such a sorry state. The enemies either couldn't catch up to him or were insta-killed by him. Within the 5 elements of the 3 realms, he came and went without a trace. This was a person who had achieved the Tao. The battle lasted for an hour before Diamond Rage and the Green Blood Ghost Deity finally left. Hanju heaved a sigh of relief. He didn't want to attack rashly. Once he insta-killed the enemy, this place would be exposed. Sigh! When could he be invincible? Hanju couldn't help but think of the mighty figures outside the 33rd heaven. Their Tao field was there. Everyone knew, but no one dared to provoke it. No matter how crazy the Demon Emperor was, he had to stay in front of the Great Ultimate Hall. Hanju's current goal was to become the next ancestor Shitian. After Diamond Rage and the Green Blood Ghost Deity left, Hidden Sect Island returned to normal. Hanju continued his boring cultivation life. The Hidden Sect disciples were the same. It was worth mentioning that the Black Hell Demon Lord had been stimulated by something and had begun to cultivate diligently. He often appeared in the simulation trial. Hanju could see the scenes of the others in the simulation trial. This fellow was very hardworking, that was good. The rank 5 Immortal Emperor was very strong back then, but now, he was nothing in Hanju's eyes. Cough cough! He had become arrogant. During the boring cultivation sessions, Hanju liked to play with his inner thoughts. At least, it could satisfy his psychological needs. Of course, his Tao heart could not change. If he really encountered a rank 5 Immortal Emperor enemy, Hanju would definitely use the simulation trial first, just in case. In the blink of an eye. Another 10 years passed. the battle in the netherworld could be considered to have completely begun. Every few months, auras would pass through the sky above Hidden Sect Island. They were strong and weak. The strongest even made Hanju feel danger. Fortunately, Hidden Sect Island was really tiny in the Yellow Spring. With the concealment effect of the Dao field, Hidden Sect Island was not discovered. The days passed without incident. On this day, Diamond Rage was here again. He was severely injured and had fallen into the Yellow Spring. He wasn't far from Hidden Sect Island. Hanju was stunned. What was going on? Acting pitiful? Hanju was alerted. Diamond Rage sank deeper and deeper into the Yellow Spring. Hanju felt that it was not a coincidence that he came here. After thinking about it, he still moved him into Hidden Sect Island. Diamond Rage had already fallen unconscious. Hanju extracted his soul and placed it in the world of stars, using the nebulous primordial chi to suppress it. The other disciples gathered when they saw his body. Hanju let the Black Hell Demon Lord watch the body while he returned to the Khanate cave abode. He probed the world of stars with his consciousness and discovered that the Grand Magus soul was slightly different. This soul was very weak, far weaker than a rank 9 immortal emperor of the same realm. It felt similar to the soul of an early-stage Emperor Realm cultivator. After a long while, Diamond Rage woke up in anger and was shocked when he saw the countless stars and nebulous primordial chi around him. Thinking of something, he hurriedly shouted, "Are you fellow Taoist Hanju?" Hanju's voice sounded, "You came specially to find me?" Diamond Rage heaved a sigh of relief. That's right. The Magus race was surrounded by the Netherworld. Before Mengpa died, she asked me to come and seek refuge with you. She used her great mystical power to sense that the descendant of my race was near this Yellow Spring. I don't know her exact location and could only come here. I couldn't hold on any longer when I first arrived. Hanju immediately checked his interpersonal relationships. Mengpo's portrait changed. Her face seemed to have become younger, but he could tell that it was very similar to the past. Empress Hutu, cultivation unknown. Khanate ancestral Magus, Lord of Reincarnation. She is hidden in the Netherworld and holds the responsibility of reincarnation. Her wish is to strengthen the Magus race. Current favorability, 3 times stars. Empress Hutu? Hanju showed a frown. From the looks of it, Mengpa had really died. After the clone died, the favorability would become the favorability of the main body. Hanju asked, "The Magus race was destroyed by the Netherworld?" Diamond Rage said angrily, "Our Magus race is already struggling at death's door. We rely on the protection of the Reincarnation Order to survive. The King of Hell and the Divine Palace Master, Zhu Tu, have joined forces to break through the Reincarnation Providence. Although Empress Hutu has remarkable abilities, she was restrained by some force and cannot protect us. In our race, only I have escaped." Hanju frowned even harder. How troublesome. So troublesome. Hanju was worried that the enemy would follow Diamond Rage to find him. This was not good. Before Mengpa died, she asked me to tell you that as long as you can protect me and Tu Linger, she will definitely help you in the future and become your backing. Diamond Rage continued. Hanju was speechless. Even Empress Hutu is being held back. How can she be my backing? However, Mengpa treated him quite well. Before she died, she entrusted him with something, so he could not refuse. Hanju said, "Stay here first. I'll let you out after a while." "Thank you. Diamond Rage has a favorable impression of you. Current favorability, 5 times stars. Such a high favorability?" It didn't seem like a lie. Hanju looked at Diamond Rage's introduction. He was indeed not lying. Then again, how strong must Empress Hutu be if she was the Lord of Reincarnation?